Hi everyone, art journal page. Today I'm working in this black art journal I made from A3 Bristol paper. It's I think 140 grams for a sheet, and I just assembled it back to back, and that's it. Now this page is beginning by, I have two birds, lovely birds. I've cut them out from a National Geographic magazine, and I want them on my page here, and I'm going to build a background for them to live in. So these two lovely birdies are going to wait there until we are building a background. So I've got some stencil here that I want to go and fill the whole page with them. I think these two are from Deco Art. These I don't know, from the cheap store. It's supposed to be for children. It's from cardboard, and I'm just going to start. As I said, I want to fill everything with the stencil. I'm using here a white gesso with a makeup sponge. I'm dabbing so I won't have too much excess, and I'm starting to dab on my page. So my plan is to, as I said, to fill the whole page with this, and then I want to go over with paint. And I'm using the black to my advantage, because on the black the paint won't show, and it will only be picked where the white is. Now I'm not going for, when I'm stenciling with the gesso, I'm not looking for a complete white. Again, I'm going to use this for my advantage by not making sure it's completely white, and I have all kinds of shades here. Then when I will put paint on top, then it will pick the variation in the color. So I will have variation in the color that will be on top of it. So let's change to something else, and I'm going to try and put in, like, if I have here an area that is free, then I'm taking this and stenciling it in. I want most of my page covered, so I'm changing to something else so it will be a little bit more interesting. And this is not planned. I'm just going to take each time a different stencil and squeeze it in until everything gets covered. Let's see. Yeah, this can go here. So I'm going to do this one, and you get what I'm aiming for, and then I will just continue off screen, because it's going to take me quite some time to go all over the page, and it's boring. Yeah, and just picking another one and squeezing it wherever I can, something like that. Sorry. So this is a good time to switch off, and I'll be back when all my page is covered. I'll be back. I'm back. So as you can see, most of the page is covered, and I even found another stencil with smaller feathers, and I've added them where I had space, and I still had spaces that I felt needed more detail, so I just punched a hole here, and what I'm doing is just going in like this and adding dots wherever I think it's needed, like this, nothing to it. You can also use a eraser at the end of a pencil to do the same thing, to create dots. And basically this is it, just adding detail where I have too much black space. Like this. Not that anything will happen if I will have more black space, but what I'm aiming for needs a lot of detail. So I think this is it. Now I want to change to start coloring my page, and let's just take the gesso out of here, because I just know I will get in it and everything will smear. I'm just scraping it into the jar. Okay, gesso out. Okay, so I've got all kinds of acrylic paints. I've got neon pink and some turquoise and magenta, more blue turquoise, some purple, and I want to play with them. So I'm going to put a little bit of each here on this palette. Now I'm just going to smear this paint on top. There is no reason, it's just going to be quite random. If you want to control the coloring, you can use well, you can use the acrylic paints with the brush and just make them a little bit water them down so it will work. Or you can use watercolor pencils or gelatos like I've showed you. Let's see, I have, where is it, in another video. Where is it now? Can't find it. Never mind. With watercolor paints, pencil or gelatos, you can just go and color whatever section you want and activate it. I'm just going, as I said, to go randomly. I'm starting with this darker turquoise, and what I'm going to do with the baby wipe, which is wet, just going like this. I hope I am in frame and you can see what I'm doing. Like this. So where I have white, it picks it up. Where I have the background, the black, it just disappears into it. And I'm switching to the purple and going like this, and I'm not changing the placement on here. I'm just smearing. I'm letting the colors blend, and if I feel that like I wanted some magenta here, then I will just go for another place on the baby wipe like this, Again, if you want to control your coloring, you can. You don't have to blend. You can just pick each time a different place on your baby wipe, and you can put as much as you want or less. I'm just playing right now, and if I feel I need more, then I will add more. Right now I'm just playing with the colors. Now it's also toning down the black that I have as a background. So don't expect the black to still be the same. Let's change. I'm going to have a very beautiful baby wipe at the end with all these colors. The neon pink doesn't show as the others because most of the time neon colors are more translucent than the regular ones. I'm wiping off if I feel that it's too much on my page. Okay, I like it. I feel I just need a little bit more of the neon pink because it gives lights on my page, and I'll just add it in several places, like a little bit more here and here, just a hint of it in several places. Yeah, so I'm going to let this dry completely before I continue. I'll be back. I'm back. So just glued with a glue stick these two images to my page. I'm really liking what's going on here, but I need the two birds to pop up more, to be more distinct, more visible on all this background. I'm going to take just a permanent marker, black permanent marker, and go around the birds just with a line, nothing to it. I've used glue stick because these are images from as I said, the National Geographic, and the paper is quite thin. I didn't want to risk it with something wet. Not sure how much this helps, but if this won't help, then I will switch to something else to make the images more defined. Let's see. I don't know. We'll see. Before I've fussy cut them, they were on a black background, so it just blends in. This permanent pen is giving up on me. I hope to finish with this one without the need to switch to another one. Okay, so finished going over. Yeah, and I don't know, still feel like it needs a little bit more definition, and I'm thinking about, I've got some metallic acrylic markers, maybe they will add something. Let's see. I think I have silver. Yeah. Let's test it. Well, I'm just going to do some dots so I can see how it looks before I am attempting anything. I don't know. No. Maybe white. Okay, so what I'm going to do is think about it. I'll be back. I'm back. So I was thinking about it and took a step back, but decided that I'm keeping it as is. I don't need them to be more defined on my page. Don't want to introduce white here. I quite like what is going on. I only want to add a saying here, and I already have it, and I'm going to just glue this with a glue stick. Sometimes less is more, so I'm leaving it be. Let's see. Yeah, I think I will go sideways. Let your dreams be your wings. Okay. Yeah, this is it. I love it. Very simple page, and this is it. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you try this technique on black. It doesn't have to be black paper. You can just paint your page with black paint and have fun with it. So thank you for watching, and thank you for leaving me comments below. I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.